Like my watch and my snakeskin jacket. All right. John Elite here, the world's best Daygame coach. The reason why I cannot give away free advice for life and why I can never make that offer because my stuff works. So let's begin. So why can't I give away free advice for life if you buy a course? Well, you already got 2 free Skypes now with Elite 30. Every single Skype, you can ask 20 or 30 questions in a row during that hour. For Elite Bundle, 7 Skypes in a row. 7. That's a lot. Elite Access, 2 questions a day for an entire year. But John, why not just give the students quick tips? There I was, a Daygame coach, trying to get as many people laid as possible for a Daygame. The thing is, at the time, the students kept asking for free advice, value-taking snakes. The big problem was that there is no end to the free advice. Sometimes they take advantage of my kindness. People doesn't respect free advice. Unless they invested, they won't emotionally invest. And trust me, there's no such thing as a free lunch. That meant even if other dating coaches can offer free advice, it doesn't mean it will work. Now, I'll tell you why, because they might have to do it since they need more late testimonials. My advice is so accurate, it automatically leads to lays for those who are teachable and adaptable. It's like Elon Musk doesn't need to go into orbit since he already has proven that his company, SpaceX, can already go into orbit. However, when you look at other people such as Jeff Bezos or Richard Branson, they haven't established that they can go into orbit or get 500 LAPO testimonials like my students can. So they took a risk and they went up there. It's just like people giving free advice. It hasn't established that their stuff even works. You look at their products, for example, for Daygame. How many late testimonials does it have? Not that many, or 0 in most cases. But you say, well, they have the 6 months course. Well, if you approach for 6 months, I'm pretty sure you'll eventually get laid, not because of the program, but because you're just approaching nonstop. So, then by chance, something amazing happened. I designed this new course called Before Elite 30, which I'm going to be working on for today. So you don't need any free advice, since everything is going to be taught to you at that free course in the future. So if somebody does something for me, they psychologically want to do more. But the more I do for them for free advice, the more they take it for granted. This has happened over and over again. Instantly, it became crystal clear to me how to charge for advice. Since I have a track record of getting people laid in Daygame without a boot camp. Because boot camp is where they make most of their monies, guys. They figure if they can make a course that's confusing with confusing concepts and doesn't work, then they can funnel you into a boot camp, which is around for a week, 5.6K. Somebody is asking me for me to teach them in a boot camp. So I want to educate them that I can still get you laid without boot camp. You just need more discipline and you actually need to follow orders. So just by using my products in Skypes or Elite Access or Kaizen, there's a Kaizen student here right now. I saw that my advice, it's almost like getting advice from Elon Musk. It simply works. So it's worth more. It's like you don't go up to Tony Robbins, for example, or somebody and say, give me free advice for life. And if they have less than 6 late testimonials, it's called a worthless opinion. So my plan was to start educating people that I charge money for my advice on purpose, even if I can't match other people's offer of free advice for life. I'll never be able to match that offer, but I'm able to get them laid. That's the big difference. Even teaching online, I'm like the only one who can do it without a stupid long ass 6 months course. But in reality, I've proven this nonstop over and over to the point where people have dismissed the late testimonials because I posted way too many late testimonials in a row. There's only one person here, which is very surprising. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Just want to spread the gospel. So I started to educate people that they shouldn't go from being an Asian carp to an Asian monk. What I mean by that is that these Asian carps, invasive species, these Asians are no longer just spam approach. They're turning to monks where they're meditating. They don't care about getting laid anymore. They just want to feel good, self-develop, and mentally masturbate since the Omnicron or Omnicunt variation has knocked them the fuck out. And they'd rather be lazy and spam approach rather than doing it my way, even though they're given the exact fucking solution. Then if they went somewhere else, meditating, pumping their state, spam approaching, to the point when you realize you won't get results, then you quit game and you go to this red pill bullshit. Then you go to MGTOW, thinking it's all money and, men going in their own way. Then you spiral down further downwards into black pill. You had the solution here, but I didn't stop there. I then educated you guys that I used to teach direct game. It didn't work too well. I rarely got testimonials, even though I'm the best day game coach in the world. I taught natural and direct, and also London day game. It didn't matter what it was, as long as you were giving compliments in the beginning and giving validation is not going to work because she's off the fucking line, as you see over here. If you look over here in the beginning, it says direct and V for validation. You're obstructing the leads over here. So therefore, it's not going to lead to a lay po testimonial. So that's kind of weird because only the tall students got laid for it. And if you don't have high status or you're not above 20 or 35, like a tall white guy, it's going to be a very bad strategy by going direct, especially during the pandemic, during the variants. After that, I educated you that my mission is to help Asian men. I'm not happy if they're using something that isn't effective for Daygame, like somewhere else. They have the lowest status for Asian men. It doesn't work, and it upsets me greatly. And that's kind of funny because my Asian student lost his virginity during Omnicron, got a girlfriend that's Latina, and 67 approaches, where it says over here, how many approaches to get laid? That's why I asked him of practicing in the mirror. He says, I would say 67 approaches, not like spam approach like before. I said, so as I told you, practicing in mirror works. Don't spam approach. Was I right? Doesn't this debunk RSD or spam approaching? He put, yes, sir. You didn't go direct or give validation, right? And he says, yeah, you're right. No, indirect. If the world only understood that direct, you wouldn't have gotten the girlfriend. That was what I wrote him. It's right over here as evidence, which I'll be posting his testimonials soon. This was our back and forth exchange on WhatsApp. So, after that, my mission is to help Asian men get laid in Daygame. I'm not happy if they aren't using, something effective. So when I have the solution, that's even makes me more upset. Here's a solution, but you want to be low functioning, spam approaching like a fucking carp. So building on that success, I've decided to give away a few free chapters of Elite 30. So you can have a sampler I call it before Elite 30. With before Elite 30, you can now, I want to get 80% of the students pulling women home from my course and 70% laid if I took away all your excuses. And that's the funny thing because before the pandemic, it was that high. And I only count you as my student when you actually use your Skype. That's why I'm so excited to share this with you so you can get these type of results too. That's all I gotta say for today. This is a very short video.